am trying to connect Dr. Chidi Nwanyanwu on this live video. We are going to discuss about their new political platform, AAC, African Action Congress. So Dr. Chidi is currently running for the Governor of Enugu State under this political platform with Omoyele Sowore. Okay. Thank you, Sister Ahmed. Thank you so much. I love you too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, you guys should be patient with us. The network is not that great, mostly when you are trying to connect people in Nigeria. Okay, I can see him.
Hi, Netman.
Yeah, I think this position is the best. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh my God. It takes some time to connect, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, that's the Nigeria we have. Everything is a project.
Yes. Nothing is working well in this country, but it's okay.
Nothing is working at all. You're talking about working well. Yeah, everything is fine. I just flew in from there, from Abuja, where we went to collect our certificate from INEC, and yeah, I'm back in Enugu, and we're gonna go back here.
Yeah, I saw that you guys are very, very transparent. We saw the certificate. We don't normally see certificate like that on social media. Well,
you know, that's what we've told people. We are as transparent as can be. That is why you see a lot of live. The reason why we go live is people can follow us and see the way we, you know, like sometimes when we're in a car, even the discussions that are going on in the background, people can hear it. So there's nothing hidden. If we say we're in Lagos, we're in Lagos. If we say we're in Abuja, we're in Abuja. If we say we are in Enugu, we're in Enugu. And then we're not hiding anything. We're in Nigeria. We're not hiding from anybody. That's why we do what we do. It's about being transparent. That's what this whole thing is about.
So before we will start today's show, I would like to quickly say rest in peace to Kofi Annan and Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, that's a great loss to the world, because these were icons. These are people who really gave themselves and their talent to the world. On the part of Aretha Franklin, she lived in a society that recognized your talent, and she was able to bless us with her song. And Kofi Annan also made Africa proud by the way he operated during his tenure as the UN as the UN chairman.
Yes, yes, they will forever be remembered for their immense contribution for the development of the world and humanity.
Yes, they will.
I mean, yeah, they will be remembered. So, congratulations to your new political platform, AAC, African Action Congress. Oh my God.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much.
We have been waiting patiently. We were expecting something different, but it came out to be a big surprise to every one of us. So, because he told us that we are expecting coalition of, oh my God.
When you say expecting something different,
we are expecting coalition of 44.
Well, let me start from there. We just released a statement today, you know, to let people know our position with the coalition with other young aspirants. As you know, we've been participating in meetings with other presidential aspirant, but our stand clear. It is still too early in the game for us to be merging into like one political party. What we're doing is we are asking that all the aspirants who are coming from those who belong to a lot of different political organizations. Some of them belong with PDP. So you're already in a coalition with APC or PDP. That is dead on arrival. We cannot have anything to do with you. Now, for the rest of the other young aspirants, they have not right now has fired from their party as the presidential candidate. So it is too early for us to be looking for that kind of coalition, and that is what we want people. That's what we want people to understand. So yes, the coalition. Nigeria for you. So yes, there's an understanding among the aspirants to join forces to have a common front as we engage the older parties and those that we think should surrender the powers of this. They should surrender power to the young one and stop clutching onto the affairs of this country. So that is where we stand.
Okay, why this name? The name, the first day I saw the name, I said this must be a very powerful name. African Action Congress. Why African Action Congress? Is this something that has to do with South Africa as a whole, or we are just looking at only Nigeria? Because the name sounds very powerful too.
You know, we were at a conference. We were at a seminar. I think it's a assembly of the alternative and other people in Abuja. At that conference, the day before that day, they had the day one of the conference. He addressed the seminar via video, and he made them understand that Africa is waiting on Nigeria, and that as soon as Nigeria gets it, the whole of Africa will get it. So we understand this, and if you remember when Omoyele Sowore was in South Africa, he told them point blank that listen, Nigeria. He told them, listen, you guys, we fought for your independence. We sacrificed. We sent our soldiers. Our musicians were singing for you. Nelson Mandela and so many of the freedom fighters, we kept them in Africa, in Nigeria. And so you guys must show us respect. We are the big brother of Africa. We're the giants of Africa. So because of that, our party is not just, we don't have our vision is not just look at Africa and the black race as a whole. So that's why we are not just thinking about Nigeria, we are thinking about restoring the dignity of Africa. So that's why we vote, because we see we are the futuristic party for Nigeria. You know, people don't get it. They are so myopic. They are so short-sighted. They just think about right now. We're not thinking about most of the things that we are planning in our party will outlive us. Some of us will not even see it. So we're already thinking ahead of every other person. That's why it is chose that name.
So I saw that Omoyele has been touring different countries in Africa. The network is really bad. The network is really bad. If you are watching, please just leave a comment for me. If you can hear what Dr. Chidi is saying, please leave a comment for me because I can't hear him anymore. Please, if you are watching now.
I've been moving around. Is it okay now?
Please, okay.
Is it okay? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I moved to another section of the place I'm staying. Okay. So yeah, you were saying that. Okay, so you said he's been touring all over Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is it trying to do by touring all these African countries?
Can you hear me now, Nekwe?
Yes, I hear you now.
Engage Nigerians in the diaspora. A lot of Nigerians have left our country because of the state of affairs in the country. So all over the world, around African countries and around every country of the world, there's no country in the world where you don't have a Nigerian. And most people, and I'm saying this with all sincerity and with all sense of purpose and based on what I see on ground here, a lot of people in Nigeria have become so disillusioned, and I don't blame them. The situation in the country has beat them down so much that they don't even have a voice. Those outside the country are the hope of Nigeria in a way for speaking out against the injustice in Nigeria, helping to known to contribute over $350 billion into our economy. So that is a very powerful component of our economy. So it is very, very important that we go around and we mobilize Nigerians all over the diaspora to be interested in what is going on in Nigeria. We're not giving up on Nigeria. We believe that we in the diaspora are able to affect a change in what is happening in Nigeria, because those are the ones that like look at in Nigeria. It is difficult. The network is bad. People can't download videos. People can't talk online. But those outside are able to. Those are to download videos. They are able to share videos. They are able to gain access to material online faster than those in Nigeria.
Yeah, I have one important question to ask about this new political platform. Just a few days after you people declared this political platform, I saw that you guys came together protesting against the arrest of a journalist in Nigeria. I saw that you guys were doing that in Abuja.
Yes, we did so.
Do you mean that this political platform is not? Yeah, I think this political platform is a little bit more than ordinary a political platform, like the ordinary political platform we have been seeing here in Nigeria. Because I can see that you guys are bringing a new vibe to the political platform, in which you can use it to mobilize against injustice in the country.
Exactly. You see, that's one of the things we have against those people that want to go into coalition with us. So many people offered us money. We said we are not for sale. We're not going to go into coalition with any of these older people who have stolen our money. We said we're going to remain true and we're going to form our own political party. So by forming our own political party, we've been able to prove to people that we're not a pushover. We may be made up of young guys, whatever, inconsequential. The registration of voters on the 17th. We demonstrated to INEC, we protested to INEC, we went to INEC office. And from that protest, INEC was able to shift the date by 2 weeks. That was a huge achievement for us. We also did a lot of other protests that didn't result. So we are sending a warning signal to the powers that be that it is not you step on the rights of Nigerians. Now they have a group of people who will stand up and defend their rights as Nigerians.
Okay, if I wish I'm with Omoyele Sowore right now, I will ask him one question, because we saw him as an activist. You understand? That's what he has been doing right from the beginning, even when he was in Unilag. When he was in Unilag. He used to be organizing protests, fighting against any injustice in the country. And now that he's trying to run for the president of Nigeria, he's still using his political platform to mobilize against injustice in the country. So, in this case, he's trying to portray two characters here, being an activist and also being a politician.
No. There are no two characters being portrayed here. Our party is an activist-based party. Okay, that's the kind of party that we have.
The same thing.
Say that again.
It's still the same thing. He's trying to be I say it's still the same thing. He's a politician, but he's using his political platform to mobilize against injustice.
But the government, they are clueless. They don't know the numbers. They don't know nothing. They're not working with any figures. They just wake up one day and they decide they want to do something, and they decide they want to do another thing. So now they're just stealing our ideas. So what we have decided to do is that we won't be telling them our ideas. We'll just let our professionals keep them waiting for when we get into power.
Yes, it's good to keep some secret, because there are some people in this type of a case, they will just be following you guys. It's like copycat.
Oh yeah, but you know the funny thing is where that came from. The more we bring out more of our ideas. But it's left for the Nigerian public to know that if these people can steal our ideas and they know that we have plenty from where that came, then the best thing they can do for themselves is to allow us to handle the leadership of this country. and then they will see how we turn Nigeria around. Look at United Arab Emirates. Do you know when they became as great as they became? Just a very young country of how many years ago?
We have never seen anything like this before in Nigerian politics. Like what Take It Back movement is doing now. We have never experienced anything like this before. So I think it is time for all Nigerians to wake up, mostly those who used to sell their votes during election period. You saw what happened during Ekiti governorship election a few months ago. You saw what happened when people were after the highest political party that will give them the highest amount of money. So how can you guys shape the perception of voters in Nigeria?
You know what, I'm on the ground, Nekme, and this is what we have discovered, and that is what we are focusing on. For about 16 years now, the electorate has not been campaigned to. Nobody does any political campaign. Nobody goes to talk to anybody. What they do is that they just pack money and then they run away. You don't see them anymore till after 4 years. 4 years, they come around again with, before it used to be 2,000, now they've upped the game to 4,000. So the electorate have not had anybody talk to them. But we have come to engage the electorate, to go to them door by door and talk to them. Like I've said in so many of my videos, Nigerians are not stupid. It is this regime that treats Nigerians like they are stupid, and that's why Charlie Boy says that our mumu don't do. They say that, you know, these people, they are mumu now, we'll just give them money and then they'll just vote for us. But we believe that the Nigerian citizen is a smart person, it's an intelligent person, okay? So once you tell them the truth, once you analyze to them what is going on, they will listen and they will know what to do. So we will go and we will be able to break it down for them, the source of that money that the politician is bringing to them once in 4 years. That 4,000, what can it do? Buy you 1 or 2 cups of Gary, and that's it. Cannot even feed you past 2-3 days. Are you willing to sell your future because of that 4,000? So we are hoping to engage them by mass sensitization of the citizenry.
Since I came to Nigeria, I've been asking people about this idea of selling their voters card and all that, collecting money from political parties. So some people told me that in Nigeria, people don't normally get free money from the government, that it is only during election period that they can see some petty money from the government. That is why they always want that money.
Yes, so that's what it's all about. It's all about ideology, okay? It's all about the ideology they have right now. It's all about their mentality, okay? If you keep on telling somebody, if someone keeps hearing something over and over and over and over again, they actually begin to believe it. It's the power of repetitive meditation. You keep hearing something. Before, it was never heard of. Remember those days when police, when they want to collect bribe, they will hide it. Now, it has happened repeatedly because nobody corrected it. It has come to become an... It is so bad now. It is so bad now that when people want to bribe, they will give police 500 and wait for police to go into the bush and bring change for them. So it's not funny, but that's the situation. Police, they give change. Now, if police want, I've seen it. If police 1,000, you say, okay, now 400, I want, you say, okay, make I come. You go into the bush, go open the...
That is just the reality of life in Nigeria.
So they've been made to believe that, that's the only time they will get monies that they stole from projects that was supposed to have been executed in your environment to make life better for you. When we make them understand these things, then they would know the impact of that money that they are taking from the politicians. I did a video that I got money from politicians to sell their future, but not just their future, but the future of their unborn children. So if after listening to us, they are willing to sell their conscience and their future, then there's nothing we can do.
So, I've been organizing political debates, using my platform to organize political debates. One of the major issues many people believe one of the major issues many people believe will affect the youth from not winning this next election is this idea of ringing elections in Nigeria. Many people said that the youth will not be able to compete with the old Kaba political parties when it comes to ringing elections in Nigeria.
And many people said what?
You understand? I've been organizing political debate over this month. Only one thing people are complaining about is that the youth aspirants will not be able to compete with the Kaba political parties in Nigeria because of this idea of ringing elections.
Hello, can you hear me and speak? One thing that some people have failed to realize is that it is not going to be business as usual. Okay, it's not going to be business as usual. It's not just going to be all about money, right? Now, remember how we went to INEX office and we protested. That is the same way we will not tolerate all those kind of riggings. If they go ahead and they rig, we will so challenge them, they will not believe it. We will be able to gather an amalgam of legal practitioners like Nigeria has never seen. Do you know how many of our young lawyers that are tired? And why you're not seeing them is because why you're not seeing these people come out, all the lawyers and other legal practitioners, it's because it's happening between APC and PDP. It's just like two thieves, they went and stole money and they are sharing it, and you want to go and get yourself involved. You're going to support. But now, when they want to apply that rigging between them and the new in any elections, that's when a new brand of election monitoring, not the kind that they used to do. They will carry the box and go to somewhere and you won't see it, or they go and manipulate the papers from the polling booth to the returning officer's office. All that is not going to happen. So they'll be the same way they were surprised that we registered a political party. The same way they were surprised that we are not just a pushover, that we are now, you have equal rights, equal status as any other political party. And that's something for a new wave of young people that are going to invade the political atmosphere and disrupt the system.
Okay. I have this question. When I came to Nigeria, I organized one political debate here. One thing they were complaining about is that they said the youth aspirants, they don't have structures in the country. When we say structures, we mean people on ground that will be promoting your political party on your behalf. So, like if you travel across Nigeria, the only two political parties you see people discussing about is PDP and APC. They said the youth aspirants are not doing enough to spread the message.
Well, I don't know about other youth aspirants. I know about the Take It Back movement and how we have, within 6 months, been able to mobilize the whole of Nigeria and Nigerians all over the place. Is there more work to be done? Yes. But you know, a movement operates in a certain way, And a political party operates in a certain way. Now that we are a political party, there are structures that we already had on the ground, but we needed to get this certificate before we can activate them. So now that we have a certificate, like me, I just came back from Abuja today. In Enugu, we're about to activate all the structures. It's easy to do. All you have to do is we have representatives in all the local government areas. Those local government area are party representatives or coordinators. They have representatives in all the wards. Okay, so we know all the wards, we know all these things. We already have the structure, but we couldn't operate because people were already not comfortable with the fact that we're a movement and that we're not going to be able to vote.
The network is not good.
A lot of people will fall by the wayside.
Here in Benin City, I will use Benin as an example. Yes, here in Benin City, I will use Benin as an example. You barely see people on the street even discussing about any youth aspirant. You understand? So they were complaining about the fact that they don't have structures all over the whole countries, and therefore, in order for them to even say they want to compete with the two cabal political parties in Nigeria, they need to start from the grassroots, connecting with the people. Let them, give awareness to people from door to door, from house to house.
Oh yes, that's exactly what I explained to you. Like I said, we just got started on Saturday. So we're from Saturday. That's only no. What am I saying? We got registered on the 17th, right? So we're just starting. You're going to see us roll out with our structures, and then people will get to identify with us. Remember that before, because it was a movement, what people wanted to know was, what's the name of your party? They just want to hear those 3-letter words or 2-letter words. Now we can tell them it's AAC. So it was good that they didn't get so confused and they're saying, oh, it's Take It Back movement, or it's this one or that one. Now they know AAC or double AC.
Yes. Yeah, like this Take It Back movement is something very, very unique in the history of Nigerian politics. And the power and the force, the power and the force that this political party carries is very, very threatening to some people in the country. I hope everything will work fine. And do you think Omoyele Sowore will be nominated as the party leader or the party candidate?
Well, we are a democratic party, and we stand by the tenets by the laws that establishes political parties. We are not going to say any is allowed. Anybody has equal rights to contest for our party primaries, and if he's able to make it as and win that position of a presidential candidate of the party, then he will represent the party.
Oh, he has done a lot. He has done a lot for the party. Do you think if he will not be nominated, he will be happy about that? He has done a lot.
No, but you see, we don't believe in that old system where people just sit down and appoint.
Okay.
Also want some of the young aspirants, because they released a statement where they one person amongst them who will represent the rest of the other young aspirants. And we looked at it and we said, no, that will be shortchanging the Nigerian masses, because they will not be part of those people who chose those to represent them. We want a system that is more elaborate, a system that gives opportunity for a larger number of Nigerian making these decisions, not when 16 aspirants just sit together and then they just say, oh, one person is to represent us. It will be going back to the old system of doing things. Just like, that's why in my state, for so many years, that's how leaders are elected here. People just, they choose someone or they zone the leadership of the state, and then the elections are a waste of time. So when you're telling people, go and get your PVC, they'll be like, why should I get my PVC when it's not going to matter? I'm not going to be part of the decision-taking process. So our party, like you've already even agreed, we're very transparent, and we'll show and every other candidate of the party will have to go through that process. And if you make it, then you will represent the party.
Yeah. So, you know, some of my followers on social media, they contacted me and they were asking me questions about why Ahmed Buhari was with Take It Back movement members a few weeks ago. We saw Ahmed Buhari posing with Omoyele Sowore, Professor Kingsley Moghalu, and others, Fela Drotoye. So they were calling me, some of them sent me a message asking me questions about why is it that Ahmed Buhari is with the youth aspirants, because he has already joined PDP. How come he's joining the youth aspirants again?
Well, you know, politics is not, leadership is not a one-man game. There's no one-man army, and you need people to be able to lead a nation. So we are open to working with everybody, but as long as their ideology is in sync with our own ideology. Like I told you, we are still trying to work out something amongst us. So we are not, I mean, everybody is as good as the other person until we get to the point where decisions have to be taken. So whether it be Ahmed Buhari or the other aspirants, any of them, we would all, I mean, nobody is heading the meeting right now. You must remember, the meeting is open to anybody. You can come. So nobody, you can't be used to say, oh, we are the ones and the other person, you're excluding them. You're just going to be acting like the system that we are working against. So everybody is welcome. We all sit together, all the aspirants sit together and they talk. And that's why we are insisting that right now we must keep engaging the government and the political party in power right now. We must keep engaging them from a different fronts. Let us keep engaging them. Let us keep mobilizing our people. Then when it gets to a point, because there's still a lot to be, you've not even done your party primary. So we are not bothered about anybody.
Okay. So are we expecting coalition of other political parties with this AAC in future?
Well, already less than 2 hours after we got our certificates, we already had 2 people identifying with us and saying they want to form a coalition with us. So we are considering all of those things. It's a decision that will have to be taken by the party structure.
Okay. So we are going back now to Enugu State. Since you came to Nigeria, have you been receiving warm welcome from your people in Enugu State?
Well, the answer to that is for you to go to the videos that we did when I arrived in Lagos and when I arrived in Enugu. At least that will just give you a glimpse of the kind of reception that we've received since we arrived in Enugu. One thing that stood out clearly with the people is that they were happy that for once there is there's a breath of fresh air in the politics of Enugu State. They were happy that they see a young man coming to contest, to participate in the political scene of Enugu State. That's not just a case where we just sit down and somebody is appointed and another person is appointed, they hand it over to the other person, and people don't participate in it. So I would say that we've received a very warm reception so far.
Yeah. When is the governorship election?
The governorship election, it's sometime in February.
Oh, February next year?
And, oh yeah.
It's very close. Oh, okay. So you have to start connecting with the people now, right?
Oh yeah.
So do you have people on ground?
The elections, I'm not very sure right now, but do I have what?
I said, do you have people on ground that is also helping you to spread the message?
Oh yes, that's why we're here. We've come to set up our structure, and we've got. You see, that's one thing, Nekwe, people need to understand. Right now, we're not even focusing on the day of the election. We are focusing on establishing our structure and mobilizing people. We know there's a short time. We know Nigeria's election starts around February with the presidential elections, but a lot of people were saying, "Oh, you can't be in Canada and wanted to be the governor in Nigeria. What are you doing here?" When they were saying all this, we already had structures on the ground. We already had plans to come here, but they just kept on screaming and shouting like we didn't have any plans. Now that they see us here, that's when they realize that, oh, we are serious. So in the same way they've seen us here, they should realize that we also have structures here that is going to, upon which we're going to use to run our elections. So everything is in place.
Yeah, the structure is what really matters, because even though you are not in Enugu and people are representing you there, I think you are good to go, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Now, this is 2018. Remember, we are a new age party. We are not analog in our thinking. We are the digital party. So we hold meetings without seeing each other. We don't have to gather in a place and drink beer and spend 100,000 before we take a decision. No, we connect ourselves by telephone conference and we take decisions. And in 30 minutes, we've taken decisions that will normally take 1 month to take a decision. We hold meetings with everybody around the world. You understand? That is what we're talking about.
I hope Enugu people we see that great potential in you, like the one you have been exhibiting in Canada over these years. I keep saying that. Oh my God, you are the best. I hope Enugu people will see that in you.
Thank you so much, Nekbe. Thank you for working with me when I was president of the Nigerian Canadian Association. You see, we all did it together, and that's the principle that we've continued to preach. One man cannot make a forest. And if we all join our hands together, and we are not, people like you who are bold and outspoken, and you're tenacious and you're focused, that is what makes things happen. The first time I met you, that passion that you exhibited, you've continued with it. You were even fighting and defending our community before you found out there was a Nigerian association. I remember meeting you. You were looking for a flag. I'm like, what are you doing with a flag? He said, no, I'm going to go somewhere and I want to represent Nigeria, so I need to be carrying Nigerian flags.
I don't know why. I like my country no matter what. I so much like Nigeria. For somebody to come to me and just call me Nigerian woman, I would be so happy. Please. I will advise some of my friends. I say, if you don't know my name, call me Nigeria. I will answer you. I love Nigeria. I don't know why. I love my country.
Yeah. Thank you so much for what you've done for the community too.
Thank you for your immense contribution to the development of NCA. Not just only NCA, you are the type of a Nigerian man that whenever we have anything to discuss, any question to ask, Chidi, Dr. Chidi is always there to answer us. Oh my God. You remember the day I asked you if you are even resting. If you are even resting, you will see Dr. Chidi in this event. You will spend 5 minutes and run to the other event. 5 minutes and run to the other event. Only you. No.
there's some weekends that I have to do. There's some weekends.
To receive the Messiah. I'm telling Enugu people now, are you guys ready to receive the Messiah or not? Hey, you know, this taking back movement, I know it's something that will change Nigeria. It's something that will, and I said this 2 months ago that I think the political system party. Go ahead.
The AAC party now, where the taking back movement is there, it's going to be a mobilizing tool for the party, but we're going to be functioning more now as the AAC. So that's what we're going to be pushing out. You know, one thing, you know, people keep saying that we came late, but realize this: by the 2015 election, by this time, Buhari had not even declared for presidency. Can you believe it? And still he won.
He's sick. I think he's in UK. I saw people protesting in one hospital in UK the other day. They said he's...
Yeah. I know. The point I'm trying to make is that we are not late. There's still time. And what we will do in the coming months, it will shock people in Nigeria. That's what I keep saying. And what they need to see, let them look at our track record. Let them look at our track record. We have just done the impossible. They taunted us, they booed us, they laughed at us. They said always that we are inconsequential, that we are too young, that we are just a group of radicals, you know, but we proved them wrong. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate his effort. Omoyele has been working hard. No, I really appreciate what he's doing.
He's a motivator. He's done so much to inspire the Nigerian youth, and this is what he's been doing for so many years now.
And he's making history in front of our eyes now. This man is making history. Nobody like him in Nigeria. We have never ever experienced anyone like this in the politics of Nigeria. First person to come out openly trying to bring Western democracy to the country. And it's not only in Nigeria, he's traveling all over the whole world, connecting with Nigerians. Oh my God.
Can I tell you what happened on the 16th? On the 16th, when we received our certificate on the 15th, and by the 16th, we announced our party on the 15th, and then we received our certificate. That was nice. AAC and the Take It Back movement, and we went to the police headquarters and we engaged the police. They pepper sprayed him and all of us who were there. They pepper sprayed us, but we didn't give up. Yes, now we were pepper sprayed. We didn't give up, and we insisted. And guess what? The next day, the journalist was released. I didn't even mention that. Really? The journalist was released.
Really?
Of course, they released the journalist. Yes, they released the journalist.
Oh, and you know, the day I saw the name of this political platform, say this one is just more than ordinary political platform. We can see the result of this name, Africa Action Congress. Oh my God, it's going to take over Nigeria. That is what we are, dying to have in Nigeria. I hope you guys will succeed. I wish you guys the best. Well done for what you are doing. You are more
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nepal.
Thank you guys.
So much. Thank you so much.
I thank you guys for working hard for the development of this country. We want the best for our country, right? Thank you.
Oh yes. Thank you, Nepal. Thank you very much.
That's all for today, and we will see you in Canada soon, right?
Yeah.
Okay then. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.